go. Dallas. Obviously, their offense is leading the league in offense. Their quarterback's thrown for over 4,000 yards. He's leading the league in passing. They got a great running back who's over 1,000 yards, and Elliott. Cooper has over 1,000 yards as a receiver. Gallup has 900 and something. So I mean, they're the number one offense in the league. So that obviously presents a big challenge.
Wade, what do you see as the biggest differences in this offense between when Scott Linehan was calling the plays and with Kellen Moore now calling them?
Well, they had a good team last year. I mean, we played them in the second round of the playoffs. So I think the quarterback has really improved. He was a good player already, but I think he's obviously leading the league in passing. He's really stepped up this year in his fourth year with maturity and knowing basically more about the quarterback position. So he's done a great job, and overall, I mean, offensively, they're awfully. They've had still have one of the best offensive lines in the league. Everybody acknowledges that also. So least number of sacks in the league. I mean, just you could go on and on. I don't want to go too much further and get depressed. So.
Wade, what was working so well for your group to sack Russell Wilson 5 times?
Well, we've got a good rush. I mean, our coverage, it's a combination, our coverage and our rush. It's no secret we're playing more man than we have, and, it makes the quarterback hold it a little longer. Russell's always a problem no matter what, but our guys did a great job up front staying after him because not all those were on schedule. I mean, we just didn't beat him and sack the quarterback all the time. Some of it was him moving around, our guys being aware that he was going to do those things and being able to catch him sometimes.
How do you feel kind of about how the defense has played the last two games since that Baltimore game?
Yeah, I think to me it's similar to the team last year. I think we're hitting our identity defensively and team-wise too, but really defensively the last part of the year. I think we're getting a good feel for each other and what we can do and what we can't do, our limitations, but our strengths, and we're playing off our strengths.
Wade, do you think Aaron Donald should be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year?
Aaron Donald, I mean, he's the best one I've seen. So, and he doesn't have 20 sacks this year, but he's really. I think he's played stronger in the running game than he has before, too. So, I mean, and that's hard to say because he played great already, but he's played really strong in the running game. Our average per rush is a lot better than it was last year. We've improved in that area, and I think he's part of that, too.
Troy Hill had another interception. What has his challenge been in the new makeup of the secondary? How is his challenge different from, say, Jalen Ramsey coming in?
Well, number one with Troy Hill, when Jalen Ramsey's on the other side, he's going to get more action, but he's stepped up. I think he knew that was a challenge. Our secondary coaches did a great job of challenging him on that, and he's gained a lot of confidence by even though they're throwing at him a lot, he's made some plays which given him confidence, and he's got all the tools. He can run fast. He's really fast. He's athletic, and he can go up and get the ball.
So has he shown you something you didn't already know about him?
No, we knew. I think we knew that overall, and that's why we wanted to give him an opportunity to play. So, he's still young in his career, but I think he's come along real well.
Wait, how do you and other coaches process kind of film what you're seeing, where like a fan doesn't see Jalen Ramsey intercepting passes, but he's obviously having an effect on the game? When you guys are reviewing that, do you see those subtle things that jump out at you?
Yeah, the things we see on our tape or film, it's just like Aaron Donald. I mean, Aaron Donald gets double teamed so much that well, does that affect the game? Well, obviously it does, and he still makes plays. And it's the same thing with Jalen. He didn't get thrown at a whole lot, but he's there when they try to throw at him. So, you limit what the other team can do sometimes by them playing well, and he's done that. And he also goes against the best receiver. Some of the times he goes against the best receiver. He's played different positions, which he's getting more and more accustomed to, I think, within our scheme. So, he's been able. You don't have many, or I hadn't had many that you'd say, well, we're going to cover this. This guy's going to cover the other team's best receiver this game or every game or whatever. But he's one of those guys that can.
What do you see out of Amari Cooper? Speaking of,
Yeah, well, Amari Cooper is obviously one of the top receivers in the league. You got a quarterback that's throwing for a whole lot of yards, but he's over 1,000 yards already, and he's one of the top receivers. Like I say, they got one of the top running backs, top receiver, and top quarterback, and top offensive line. And Jason Witten's still pretty good, so they got a formidable group.
Since their defense isn't horrible, so what explains how a team with that much talent is under 500?
Yeah, they're in first place in their division. We'd like to be first place in our division. So, I don't know on all that. I don't worry about all that.
what I know, going back to Dallas, coaching in Texas. I mean, do you still have a special place in your heart for that situation, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have been with so many teams that every game could be a revenge game, but no, I mean, I want our players to play the best. I don't, if you know me, I don't hold grudges about anything, especially somewhere where they gave me a head coaching job, and gave me an opportunity. Jason Garrett was my offensive coordinator, and he did a good job for me, and he should have taken over at the time, and he did. And he's done a better job head coaching than I did, but hopefully I'm a pretty good defensive coordinator, and that's kind of my niche. So, and Jerry Jones, I said it before, but I can't repay him ever for what he did when my dad's funeral, where he flew the whole family in and took care of the catering and everything. It still shakes me up a little bit that I can't ever repay him for that. So,
This is the LA sports landscape is a different environment than the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. Do you ever miss that football and as, intense as that coverage is?
Yeah, it's different. And it's so much different that, I'd say 50% of the people that say, hey, Wade Phillips, Dallas Cowboys, So, they have a lot of great fans and a great following, and they should have. All right. Thanks.